most likely, than to take the high road. And rather than make a video based on, say for instance, somebody's accomplishments, they go after them in a negative campaign to bash them because of something which could be totally untrue, which only goes to show that the person that they're competing against is so insecure about their abilities to be able to hold that office or do whatever it is, or to do that responsibility, that they have to go and bash somebody else to make themselves look better. Now that in itself should be a red flag. That should be a red flag that this person is so insecure about their abilities to do the job that what they would do is just trash somebody else. And you know what? You all know, I'm sure you all knew at some point or another, I've mentioned in my videos that I work in a corporate environment. And I've been doing it for 20-something years, and I'm in the, I guess you would say, I don't know, I guess in the higher official level of the bank. And it seems the same way, or the same shit happens now in this corporate bullshit. In any job, it doesn't necessarily have to be a corporate bullshit. Everybody has to cover their rear end because they're afraid that somebody's going to point the finger at them and tell them what they did wrong. And in that case, what will somebody do? Somebody will take that opportunity to use this person's downfall, mistake, or whatever it is, and it could be innocently enough a mistake, to use that to as an opportunity for them to succeed. What kind of bullshit is that? Or the people that plagiarize other people's ideas and then use them as their own, and also use their position of power to intimidate you into not saying anything about it. And the problem with that is that the person that does have the guts to stand up and be honest and do the right thing is then labeled as somebody who is, I don't know, somehow it works out, which is the irony of the whole thing. The person who did the thing that was bad ends up being the person that's protected. The person that's the one that's uncovering the thing that was bad ends up being the person that's labeled negatively. So ultimately where I'm driving at is, whatever happened to integrity, honesty, hard work, making something of yourself based on your accomplishments, your abilities, instead of everybody taking the easy way out of either trashing somebody or using somebody else, or, using somebody else's ideas to succeed. I mean, have we really come to the point that we're so one-dimensional that the only way that we can succeed as a human being or in anything that we do is by piggybacking off of somebody else, or trashing somebody else, or negatively making negative comments, or making people really into things that they're really not? Or even if they are people not allowed to be able to make mistakes? Have things really gotten to that point? And I guess, again, I didn't want to come off as like a babbling idiot when I was talking about this stuff. And again, that's exactly what it sounds like I'm doing. But I'm noticing more and more, and I don't know if it's maybe my age, or the time I was brought up, or in the era I was brought up, whatever. But it seems like that's not the case. Somebody would step over your dead body if there was $100 on the other side. Excuse me. So, I guess that's where I wanted to get. I know I did it in a quite a roundabout way. But the question out to you is, whatever did happen to integrity, ingenuity, honesty, whatever happened to those things? Those things don't exist. I really believe that they're long gone. And it kind of makes you want to not, makes you not like people. I mean, there was, I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie The Big Chill, but there was a scene in there where they were rationalizing towards the end, and I think the line was, and I'm sure I'm butchering the hell out of that, is that the people that want something and they think it's the best for them, and as long as it's the best for them, it's the best. Sorry. And to me, that kind of sums it up. So, I guess I'm not sure I got to what I was going to, or where I wanted to go. But in a nutshell, what I was saying in general, even if something that happens, say for instance in this vlogger community, which initially I thought was awesome, it's like people from all over the country, and even in other countries, could make it feel like it was something that was so small. And somebody who was heralded as somebody that was one of the, more popular vloggers, can still pull bullshit. And frankly, that's what it is. You tell somebody you're going to come. You tell them that there could be changes to the schedule, which is what happened. There were a couple of different changes of where the meetup site was going to be. And ultimately it ended up in my backyard, and the person I was supposed to meet ended up blowing us off anyway. Ergo, the shunned riders. We were shunned. The person that actually ended up doing the meetup was somebody who wasn't even planned to, as far as we know. But again, the two of us, who were the people here, that originally all the phone calls and so forth and so on that were made, never had it. And again, it was like, so what? Can't do it all in one day or 2 days. Yeah, but that person did spend a night in a place that we could have come, visited, said hello, met up, and so forth and so on, and be that. And then the idea is it's not acknowledged. And that, in a nutshell, I think encompasses the same idea with a lot of things today. Nobody keeps their word. Their word is useless. It used to be that you could depend on somebody's word and whatnot, and then if they couldn't, if there was a reason why that word couldn't be kept, that person seemed to be genuinely sorry, and so forth and so on. But it seems like, unfortunately, that's a very, very, very lost, what can I say, sentiment, feeling, skill. People suck. They really don't give a shit about anybody but themselves. And the way they they justify their bad behavior and the way they are is just by saying it is what it is. People don't think twice about it. So, I don't know. You can take it however you wish. And I don't mean to be picking on a certain individual, but it just happened to be something that was on my mind and I needed to get rid of. And like I said, you know what, tell me to go fuck myself. You know what? That's fine, because that kind of response would just say volumes to me. And that's fine. And the reason why I say it is because the other gentleman that was part of this is exactly that, a gentleman and a nice guy. And I'm not necessarily one that to be that nice of a guy. So, but it's not like I'm saying something that isn't true. So that's my rant. Whatever happened to truth, integrity, honesty? Whatever happened to those? It's amazing. And the odd part about it is, I started saying about things in politics, the scary part about it is, those are the people that are determining our destiny as a country. Those are people that claim to be friends and relatives and spouses and so forth and so on. But remember, like I said before, whatever they deem to be best, if it's best for them, then it's best. So, I guess that's it. Make your own conclusions. Think about things that go on in your life. And the funny thing about it is, when you do say things about it or point it out, or, it's one of two things. One, you take things too personally, or two, you're making a big deal out of it. Why? Because, I expect a certain modicum of respect, and I think that's the way I treat people too, with that same modicum of respect. And it's not really, obviously you shouldn't expect it, but it would sure be nice. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting. I don't really consider myself a thin-skinned person. However, I don't know. Okay. I guess that's all I really wanted to talk about. So, this is Blue Gem 6559. If I don't make another video soon, have a great winter, holiday, fall, and ride safe.